All right, guys, welcome again. Another episode. We have Wade with us again, and our new guest Simon the writer.
Bless it, bless it, bless it.
Good night, gentlemen. All right, so exciting times ahead, gentlemen. This week, the JFF announced the new squad that will be facing Japan, Japan under 23, and Serbia in 3 friendlies. When is this? Next month, MZ?
Yeah, something like that.
Games, yeah, it's June, early June.
Okay. All right. Let me do a quick run through the squad list. All right. Andre Blake, goalkeeper. Dennis Taylor, goalkeeper. Jadine White, goalkeeper. Dylan Barnes, new goalkeeper from Queen's Park Rangers. I think Dennis Taylor is new too, right?
I think he's in first call up, yes.
Yeah. Then we have Liam Moore returning. Adrian Mariappa, the veteran. Casey Palmer returning for the second match. Kemar Lawrence, old reliable veteran as well.
Taxi Lines.
Yeah, man. Amari Bell. Wes Harding was called up first for the match, the last match, but didn't get to play. O'Neal Fisher from the LA Galaxy returned. Alvas Powell, the first unattached player on the list. Devon Williams from Miami FC. Kevin Lambert from Phoenix Rising. Ravel Morrison, the second unattached player on the list. Blair Turgot gets his first call up as well. Junior Fleming returns. Damian Lowe, good to see Damian Lowe back. Luca Levy, well, this is what? Luca's second call up?
Yeah, man, from Harbour View.
All right. Tyreek McGee, another former Harbour View man.
Mm-hmm.
Bobby Reed, Dexter Duck's twin brother. Lamar Walker, Shamar Nicholson. Good to see Shamar Nicholson in the squad. Corey Burke, who's doing well for Philadelphia Union. Javon East returns as well. Andre Gray is back for his second game. Jashawn Anglin. This is an Anglin first game as well, right? Ethan Pinnock. Yeah, Ethan Pinnock returns. I know Wade is pleased.
Yes, I am.
Michael Hector.
Oh.
And Kevin Isaacs. You all right there, Simo?
No, Hector is just, he's hectic.
He's hectic. All right, but
like, I don't hate Hector, you know. I don't hate Hector. It's just, man. Yeah.
All right, gentlemen. The upside is a 30-man squad, so
right.
They have a few options. But the funny thing is, the one position that them short on is there, so Hector would probably play.
Probably.
Yeah. But where do we start? Do we start with the omissions or the inclusions?
Well, I don't know if you ever listen to omissions, but I noticed there are some names that I noticed not there. Maybe I need to check up on why. But like Malik Foster, I noticed his name not on the list.
Yeah.
I know Ricardo Morris played in the Saudi Arabia games.
And in the US friendly.
Yeah, in the US friendly. So I was surprised not to see him. An interesting thing is what about Wes Morgan? Are they going to bring him back to the
international football, man?
He retired. Like that was fully all right. No problem.
Yeah, man. But they want to pick up today, so congratulations. So
yeah. I think he came onto the field too.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he played for like the last 15 or 10 minutes.
Yeah, man. But I mean, other than Ricardo Morris, I think it's a solid team for the friendlies to look at. As we know, Bailey and Antonio are expected to be in. Well, maybe not Bailey, but I know Antonio is an expected player, and we have other players that I know you want to talk about later in the show.
Yeah. Well, with the exclusion, Leon Bailey has a broken toe and he's injured. JFF also said he didn't sign the contract, but it's kind of irrelevant if your toe broken, I think.
To sign a contract, right?
Yeah, you understand? We could have said Anthony Grant gets snubbed after him writing him passionate letter. But we'll leave that for another day until we know more, all right?
Right, yeah, we'll have to get more info on that.
Jamal Lowe out for personal reasons. So those are 3 major missing. Now, I wouldn't say 3, I would have said 2. Because Grant isn't yet a part of the squad. And then Mikel Antonio is a possibility. The thing that they're saying with him is he hasn't seen the contract yet.
Right. Well, I think it was that his agents haven't finished reading the contract.
Okay.
Is what I think was the issue, and they wanted to ensure they went through everything to confirm. It sounds kind of shaky because
Is a novel? How long is it going to take you to read the contract?
I don't know. I mean, I'd be surprised if it's a very long contract, but maybe there are things on the contract that they weren't pleased with that they want to discuss about. I mean, he would be, other than Leon Bailey, he would be the highest profile player, right?
Definitely.
I think, even to be honest with you, unbiased, although Leon is our boy.
Yeah.
Antonio is the highest profile player on the team on him, John.
No, I think I still would put Leon, because we're talking West Ham. I know is on the rise now, but we're talking playing.
Has Mikel Antonio been associated with big clubs wanting him, scouting him? I don't think I've heard the names of the type of clubs.
He's
caliber of clubs have been scouting
now
Leon.
move again. I think he just signed his last contract. But in my opinion, you know, if I'm going to judge the players, not to say, me not say, Leon no good or think they're better than him. But just I say, man, I play in a bigger league and team are perform.
But here's what I was saying. Yes, they're performing.
Probably if you compare stats to stats,
I think the stat that Leon shine is that he's very marketable. So he has in terms of profile on the market, he has a
more valuable player.
But I think what you
can't mix value with profile. He's a more.
I think what
player.
you are referring to in terms of profile player is that actual presence on the field. And if you're going to talk about that type of profile,
no, that's not what I'm referring to.
That's not what you're referring to. You're just talking about maybe. Well, if it's just on reputation,
maybe in a world football, Leon Bailey is the more valuable asset.
For sure.
Younger player, have a higher ceiling, all of that.
And he has been making, he's more popular in social media, which that right there, that type of reputation alone is bigger.
It's hard to say him probably more popular in Jamaica in social media. But
that is a good point too. Yeah, that is a good point.
We're talking about.
Well, so my 2 cents on that would be this. In terms of ceiling, in terms of what he has been doing in European football, I think Mikel Antonio, yes, West Ham is on a rise now for this season, but I think in general, Bayer Leverkusen is more popular. Liam Bailey has been connected to bigger clubs. Right now, yeah. Bayer Leverkusen has been to a Champions League final in any recent time. West Ham has never.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know that, but listen to me.
And if you're talking about the stars that come through Bayer Leverkusen, no.
Listen, I'm talking about English football compared to the Bundesliga.
Yeah, but you still have to look at the quality of the team.
Which would speak back to the Jamaican aspect, because in Jamaica, English league is more popular than the German league, but globally, you know, I'd say they're probably on the same level, and the Bundesliga is a heavy hitter.
Yeah, because I wouldn't disagree with you.
I think the domestic fans are
over the English league is they're more passionate about them football over there.
Yeah.
But
understand as England is about football,
Germans don't play either, son. They don't. Yeah. I think their domestic support is like twice England, and I'm not sure if that's based on geography and the size of the country.
What me I say? Like when you talk about and them thing there and all of that, man, England, the English league are the standard, bro.
No, for sure. All right, so here's the thing. I know I'm not arguing English league itself. I'm just saying for the JFF and on the team, if I was to stack up all of the things for Liam Bailey, which is connected to bigger clubs, higher ceiling, this is one of his better scoring seasons. Liam Bailey has had better scoring seasons, possibly contracts. You understand? The high profile for Leon Bailey seems to be a little bit higher than Mikel Antonio, who is having a great season this year. But I think in the past few years, when it comes to even just popularity and fame, if I stack up all of those chips, Leon Bailey might be our highest profile player. But after that, or other than that, Mikel Antonio seems to be one of the biggest pulls that we have been having.
Right.
Now, from a Reggae Boyz perspective, I would have to agree with you.
And that's all I'm saying. Highest profile
from
for
Reggae Boyz for Jamaica, I would have to agree with you.
And in terms of and also in terms of form, that is what I was speaking to earlier with presence on the field. Because right now,
that's debatable, because both of them on fire.
No, not like, I think if we're talking on fire for West Ham, the comparison would more be Jesse Lingard or Souček than Antonio.
Your visa. The man that scored a brace last week.
Exactly. Dig out a brace.
You
Dug
understand?
it out.
Yeah, but that's the kind of player he is. He might go bulldoze him way in at the back of the net.
This is a preference and style. But
Ask Manchester what them they think about Cavani when them hear them was going to get Cavani. Ask them what them think about him now. Yeah, and that is what he does too.
Yeah,
He's going to dig out a goal.
Listen, you know, so Jamaica performs best with them kind of striker they do.
No, we definitely
And that
it's in the mold of a it's similar to what Marlon King used to do for it.
It's funny enough, you know, because that segues into Mr. Palmer, who is definitely the most interesting to me pick on the list, right? Ravel.
Yeah.
What you're talking about Mikel performing the best in our system is the same and opposite, I think, with Mr. Palmer. And I think Jamaica fantasizes.
Ravel Morrison.
Ravel Morrison, sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
I think Jamaica fantasizes of that type of football.
Yeah.
But is the team capable of that type of football?
Well, I can tell you this much. All right. The thing with Ravel, right? You can't deny Ravel talent. Where you can question is the mentality.
I think so. And I think that's what has dropped him down the ranks in each league.
All right, let me show you something. I'll just talk about each league. In the last season, Ravel played 5 club games, right? 2020, 2021. The entire season played 5 games, and all of these were before January. You understand?
Yeah, I didn't like that at all.
All right, well, I know. In last season, in play, what's it? 5 games in all, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, 4 games in all. In play 3 for Middlesbrough and 1 for Sheffield United. Him scored. Him thing there. So in 2 seasons, 2 full seasons, the man played 9 club games for most of 3 different clubs.
Was it injury riddled?
No.
He keeps leaving the club. Something is wrong.
He was leaving the clubs. There's something sketchy happening. But what's making him survive, I think, with Jamaica is that when he's on the field with us, he looks adept. He looks...
No, man. No, there is no question in his talent. But I don't know if it works because when he's on the field, the ball is definitely being pushed to him. But to me, I can see he's demanding other people to make moves that they're not making.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So when he gets the ball, he's doing something with it, but nobody else is doing something with him. And it speaks to what Alik was saying about Mikel Antonio. That type of style, that type of beating it down, getting it in the box and digging out a goal. Right? Maybe that's what really suits us, even though, you know, we fantasize about having that Ravel skill beating everybody.
Funny enough, the 2 players on this list, I'm looking at this list right now and it's funny. There are 2 players, one that I have a little bias towards, another one that Ali could have a bias towards. But the 2 players that I really think we should be building in our midfield is Maggie and Devon Williams. Now, Devon Williams, I have my little George's bias because I know him personally, worked with him with Action Jamaica, but knowing personally also means that I've seen what he can do. You understand? And there's a funny thing about, because when he left George's, because I used to teach him as well, and when he left George's, I kept in contact with him, and I followed his whole movement at Louisville City. He won the USL, so he was at New York Red Bulls, and I think he won the USL at Red Bull.
Yeah.
Left, went to Louisville City and won it twice with them as well at USL. And the funny thing with him was, the question always was, is he going to move up to the MLS and things like that? Yeah. But the thing is, he would move up to the MLS and possibly play on the bench or something like that. But he's been dominating USL and he got a big contract at this new Miami FC outfit. Yeah. But in those games that I used to watch on USL, because all USL games are live on YouTube, right?
Yeah, I saw.
He and Maggie are really good passers and they're good on the ball. And the thing with Maggie is that Maggie can move and Devon Williams can send the ball. And that's one of the reasons he's been on so many championship teams and even became captain, is that he's good at getting the ball, holding it, and finding the perfect moving pass, which I think is what they want out of Ravel. But there are so many young players who I think can do this as well. And I said it because when he was at George's, that was his thing. He was very short. They used to call him Speedy, but he never used to run a lot. It's just his father the name Speedy.
Okay.
And we need to be building these players. There are so many. Maggie was such
a... How old is he now? How old is William?
He left George's 2012, I think, or 2011.
He's 29.
Okay.
Yeah, so
So this will
29.
probably this one World Cup cycle.
And I'm saying, I know I said young, and he's and he's about to be 30.
Yeah, but he's young to us. Don't feel I made the same mistake.
Wait,
Son,
hold on,
don't worry.
Wait, I need to stop calling Jamal Loa old man. You know? The man is 26 years old and he'll be 27 next month.
But when I say young, I just mean blooding these players
for
who
football
are coming through the system.
Yeah.
Because coming through the system, and they can play.
Yeah,
And then we're going to bring in these unattached players. Yes, we know Ravel's talent or whatever. Him not playing the football. Yes, have him in the squad, but don't leave off these midfielders that been playing football.
To me, it's a bad precedent to set. Like, if you don't have no club, start out that before you even think about coming to my national team. If I am in charge of JFF or even the coach, you understand me?
But who's to say a league, this is not who they could get because of the said salary issues, the debates they're having before.
No, man.
That wouldn't be the salary issue. The main one them who stick out for the salary, they put on the side right now.
But that is what we're speaking. That is exactly what I'm speaking to, right? Is that these are the people who are willing to take what they're getting? Are we maybe our recruitment is just based on the fact that JFF is not doing a good job there too?
But all right, if you look at the salary issue, all right, who are the main people who are in charge of the salary thing there? Everybody has returned except Leon.
Okay, in terms of that.
In terms of that, you understand?
Okay, fair enough.
They did claim that the only people they didn't call were the people who didn't sign the contract, and that was in reference to Leon and Antonio, right?
So yes, I think they're over the salary issues. And I think one of the big dents that came in that salary issue was when it was published how much like English players get played like for the England national team. Yeah, and I don't remember the numbers. I don't remember the exact numbers, but I remember hearing it, and it turned out to be not far from what the Jamaican players actually got. And it was just like, isn't it? So I don't know. I definitely don't want to defend JFF. That's something you're not catch me to right now. But at the same time, that same I don't know if you guys had an episode talking about the recording, the phone call recording.
No, it didn't.
You didn't.
That was way before we started, but
I remember hearing that recording and something about it felt a little bit dramatic, but at the same time I understood the frustration. But I don't know what the number's supposed to be. So it's like,
yeah, that's my big problem.
Yeah, so it's like I hearing what them saying on the player side. I never like how some of the other people on the phone call was talking anyway.
Yeah.
So I understood the frustration.
Should be relieved of their positions immediately.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
but at the same time, working with sports, with what I do with Action Jamaica and what I do as a coach myself, there's always a big issue where if the money don't exist, we cannot pull from it.
Yeah.
And
100% true. And that is one thing that I have kind of been like, you have to give them the leeway with that if the money is not there. That is why you see them taking these friendlies. You understand? One of the biggest things is if you can't have a friendly in your own country, your earning power is cut tremendously. Yeah.
And what happened is a lot of these countries are calling up Jamaica for friendlies, thinking, oh, we can beat them. You know, we sharpen the knives on some small side that we can probably pay them less to come here. You see me? Because like if they call for Italy, Italy are going to want big money for coming here for a friendly. So they pay us less, and we're glad to take the indentured servants' money. But at the same time, the management and communication need to improve from JFF's side. Need to. So, yeah. But I like the squad. I like who they're building. I like who they're working with. I like the amount of locals that I see them trying to blood into this squad. You see me? I would love to see them make some movements with under 21s and things like that. You get what I'm saying?
Here my issue is, if we're going to complain about the unattached, we don't want to see no local start, brother. It sounds rough. But if we're going to complain about the unattached not playing football, the man either for come off of the bench or play a game.
Which locals have been starting? Or you're just saying
in general.
I don't think any locals have really been starting any of the friendlies recently, because
yeah, we had locals starting. The goalkeeper.
The goalkeeper and Ricardo Morris.
Yeah, and it wasn't nice at all, brother. Everything going. Yeah, that's my only thing. Play informed players. Play players that are I can understand you wanting to bring these guys so them can gel into the squad and all of that, but start the man them who are play, bro. You know what I mean?
What I think would be an idea that I don't know if they'll ever hear, so JFF, if they ever hear this is an idea that I think they should have, which is have friendlies with clubs. So for example, like before the USL or the MLS started, it would have been interesting if they could have a local 22 or 23 players that could, whoever have them passports, and play Miami FC. You know what I mean? Have a local squad that can play against Seattle Sounders too. You know what I mean? It's in reach. It's in America. You understand? They can go through the COVID protocols. I'm not saying that they're rich enough hold up on money, but they can find something in the kitty. These local players probably just want to be fed and housed. And then for them, it's almost something like an audition that they can do for teams in USL and things like that.
Exactly.
You know, maybe fly to Costa Rica, or where is it that Malik Foster is?
Malik Foster.
Or who is it? Is it Honduras, El Salvador? All of these places have leagues.
That's the Santos club. Santos de Gualepes or something like that.
El Salvador, one of them places.
And what I'm saying is, have a local, like, best of the Premier League who would have been playing in the season. Have them mandate, carry 18 players if you have to, and make them play friendlies, you know, at least every 2 months in this whole pandemic where the Red Stripe Premier League cannot play. You understand? Pull up some youth from Manning Cup. Pull up like the best 19-year-old from Manning Cup.
Yeah, that's a solid idea still.
That who's going to sponsor that? There's going to have some heavy sponsorship to fund that.
Well, and this is where I think they need to improve their marketing. Again, I'm not saying like it's a button, like it's you just flick the button and here we are, you know, we're doing that. But if I say Miami FC because I know that plane ticket cheap.
No, but it's a good look. It's a very good look.
And then remember, you know, even America has second and third tier leagues you can play against. You understand?
Right.
And what I'm saying is, and you find the players that you're not really giving them a whole heap of salary. So, and there are a lot of sponsors that were there before that haven't been footing the bill because football haven't been playing. So Red Stripe want to make a Red Stripe Jamaica jersey and them go to Miami FC and play them friendlies in them Red Stripe Jamaica jersey. See if Red Stripe can find $1 million or $2 million. I know I'm making it seem easy, but if there's a good marketing team, sponsors can be searched and scoured and found. If you look on some of these Central American teams, the leagues, Mexican League is a perfect example. Look on one of them jersey. Riddled with sponsors everywhere.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons they do that is that they understand them economy. You understand? Yeah. So if one of them sponsor, they can pay for the league.
It's slowly creeping into the Premiership too. The little sleeve, you know, the little Visit Rwanda.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
the Western Union. So even the biggest leaguges doing it.
Yeah, it's sneaking in.
The JFF need to do it as well.
Definitely.
You understand? Links are.
But then that determines on how good the lawyers are. What was the original contracts drafts? Did the sponsors get the entire jersey? Did they sell it like real estate where it's just a front? We don't know. That is why good management is key. You understand?
But then you see what you don't know, you know, is you pitch it to the biggest ones, them turn it down, you find the next person. So if you carry a pitch to Proven Wealth and Proven Wealth don't want to take it up. You understand? Or you carry to Supreme Ventures and them don't want to take it up. This new easy lottery might want a piece.
No, so what I'm saying is we don't know what the current jersey sponsor structure is. What if they own entire real estate on the jersey?
Something that we can like thing there. Can if and but or guess on.
Right.
But what we can say is what we know as a fact is that there's nothing coming in from sponsors.
Nothing. And what you're saying is that there were sponsors. Then link those people. Those guys need to now step up and do something then. Because if it is that there's a company that's stopping you from getting money from somebody else, that company needs to do what them say them plan for them. But maybe those companies not putting anything because they're not organized. They don't have a product. I remember when KFC used to sponsor basketball in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Right.
And I remember one of the issues is high school basketball will come up with the schedule like 2 weeks before the league was to start. A sponsor not gonna like that. All right, have a structured plan, weeks at hand.
Yeah.
Then you'll find that the sponsor's going to roll in because
they need to understand what they're paying for and how they benefit from it.
The governing bodies definitely have to want that product. You know, they want to get involved because before KFC was Berger, no?
Yeah.
Berger laid a very good foundation with it.
Yeah.
You know, pushing the local league, I would say, to what it is now. You know, but that is what I'm talking about. Who is this going to be the sponsor? A sponsor has to also to spend outlay that amount of money. They have to not only have the interest, but somebody has to have the passion to push that.
Yeah.
Or JFF have to go look it because it can be sold. We look at us. We're just here thinking of these things on the fly. They must be able to do that too.
They haven't shown the ability to do it, you know.
And that's what I'm speaking to about the management. We have to question that.
Let me show you something. Right? If we think about it, right, the Reggae Girls' successful campaign that they met the World Cup last time.
Yeah.
It was on the brink of ruins before
Sidella. And she can't stand JFF now. And the thing about Sidella that you have to keep in mind is that Sidella just jump up and say, "Let me do this." You understand?
Right.
And that's where the marketing come in. Really and truly, the biggest problem is dinosaurs. That's really the biggest problem. Dinosaurs. And it's funny, you say as usual, but it's like, maybe that's a Jamaica thing because...
It's a global thing, sir.
But there are so many programs that ship out dinosaurs and have younger people running certain levels of marketing that brings in the funding that builds their program.
So are you saying they have a strong arm on JFF then?
Of course they do.
Because let me say something to you. As somebody who deals with communication and production and media and all of them things there, when I look at the level or the standard of the press conference that come out of JFF this week, it was an embarrassment as a Jamaican.
Yeah.
As a Jamaican, it was embarrassing. As in, like, if somebody from another international federation look on that, they must be like, this is some...
No, you need to go on the website and try to find the team roster. Try doing that on the official website. It's a joke.
But hear what?
This is not to bash JFF, you know, but...
No, sorry.
You see a lack of effort.
I just want to let Mr. Prima Vision viewers know my words aren't necessarily the opinions of Mr. Prima Vision, but yeah, I am saying that.
So Wade is definitely bashing the G.
I am bashing. How can you not have them up on the website? What's the website here for?
And you know what's funny? Again, sometimes I think it's overthinking mixed with underthinking. So like for them now, the website is something where they're like, oh, we need a web developer. It's like, no, the little person you have run your IG page, have them run the website too.
Whatever it is, it's poor management.
Because I'm seeing what I would consider good feedback from your Instagram page. So you mean to tell me, say, after you set the Instagram page, you pat yourself on the back and you don't look on the rest of the marketing? Because right now, all right, Reggae Boyz give me a good update on them Instagram page. 8 hours ago, them post the match dates, the venue, the time and everything for the friendlies, nice little graphics and all of them things there. Qatar motivated. And you mean to tell me, say, you can just take that same platform with a marketing plan, with a social media marketing plan, put it out there and realize that maybe there are companies that, you don't think Mother's Party would love a little mother sign at the bottom of that picture right there.
I'm hoping it's not the same Instagram person who's supposed to do it all and does it on Instagram.
No. I'm not even saying the person as in that one human. I'm saying that marketing plan. You understand? Right now you could probably get a team of 5 high schoolers that can sort this all out.
No, one person. Listen, one person.
No, I wouldn't go say you. I'd probably say, all right, first year of college.
First year college, one person from first year college.
2 people from UTech would shell this.
Yeah, man.
Just go up on Canva, make that like, bro.
All right.
You see me? I had an intern from UE, Carrie Mack. who worked with Action Jamaica for 2 months. And you know, I tasked her with setting up a proposal. You know, so pretty. I wish I had the money to really pay her. Like she shared the proposal. I mean, I have like content for 3 weeks waiting because she just had that ready.
Yeah.
She was like, oh yeah, so what app I should do? And then she just went and she downloaded Premiere Pro, went on YouTube, learned how to use it, edited up videos in the space of 3 weeks. And I'm like, you know how much weeks me sit down and try learn for make them kind of video,
yeah?
And that's why I say it's overthinking and under preparing is how I should put it there.
And the original argument, dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs, no? And then all you do, you take this social media plan, you pitch it to every company in Jamaica. You tell me, say, if you make 100 pitches, you're not going to find 30 companies in Jamaica that's willing to put some sort of funding in this?
Simon, but it said that is why I keep going back to management, because if this one aspect is being managed so poorly, it speaks to why there's so much other issues down the line, because it's just poor management in general. You know?
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Exhausting.
Yeah, that is a lot, and it's very repetitive because it is something that keeps happening. It's like in a lot of aspects of our football, the lack of like
vision
for the future or seeing what is ahead for us, or even having a proper desire for like improve things. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Because we can go through a list of things. We can start with coaching, facilities, marketing, like are our players even insured? We don't know these things, you know what I mean?
And all these infrastructure add to the performance, the overall performance of the team, right? Because when you have well-oiled machines, that the footballer don't have to worry about certain things. They just come into a system to work and catch a form and gel. That is where you get success.
Yeah.
You know, because talent is definitely not a question.
Yeah. I don't think it is a matter of talent, local or thing.
Or international, yeah.
Yeah, I think for our local boys is the exposure, having proper facilities for learn the game and proper like standard coaching. You understand?
I think it's definitely come out far away though, I would say. I think especially where coaching is concerned. I think
want me to tell you a sad fact. There are two institutions that make up most of Jamaica football team. Hold on, let me finish. The most of the talent that make up Jamaica football team, if them not come from foreign, them come from out at Jamaica College or St. George's College. And then a couple of schools from in the rural area.
Yep.
Those are the programs that have produced players and that are successful even more than the Premier League.
Yep.
You understand? If a youth don't come out of one of them proper high school program, they make sense in go Premier League.
I think it's opposite.
Let me finish with him. Just go stay in the Jamaican Premier League forever. The only ones that you see advance are the boys. Them will go JC, Georges. What the next one named Cornwall? Cornwall.
Cornwall is over in the next side. Yeah.
Yeah. Them school there. You either see them leave out and go straight into USL. Them spend a little time in our local Premier League, or like some of them not bother with that. The man them just say, "Oh, college to my thing."
Those schools also very invested in the process of getting them scholarships.
Yeah, and then they also spend the time on them coaches and them facilities. That's why JC coach leave out of JC and went straight into the national program.
And they have a strong alma mater support.
That's why people are always calling for Bertis Bell.
You disagree?
To be involved in the national program.
Here's not that I fully disagree.
With what?
No, alma mater support.
And I said kinda. Here's the thing: they do have an alma mater support, but then what a lot of people will mix up with just alma mater support is the actual structure of what they're doing. Because if we're just talking alma mater support, there's probably more Calabar old boys invested in Calabar when you go to Calabar than at George's. Like when you're at George's, it's the same. Sometimes it's the same 10 old boys that doing the thing around.
I can tell you at JC.
JC have for them things sorted out a different way.
It's like I I don't want to put no.
You want to say cult? You didn't want to say cult. You didn't want to say cult.
No, it's
No.
not like a cult.
I know you want to say institution,
society.
the institution that you do not mention.
Yeah, it's more like yo.
But hear what I will say though, and I give
also wait.
Mm.
Shout out to the one college we won champs today. In case it didn't know. Them cancelled the Manning Cup, so we took KC trophy and went home with it.
Yo, I can't. as a George's man, I just have to just end this tracks talk and go back.
Amen.
Back to football.
But what I'm saying about the alma mater is, yes, Wade, I agree. They have a strong alma mater behind it. So I'm not disagreeing that the strong alma mater is behind it. I'm saying that there are other schools that have the strong alma mater as well, but it's the what that is there to do with it, with that alma mater, because the structure. So for example, KC won Manning Cup not too long ago. They have a very strong alma mater.
Right.
The structure for the transition is focused on tracks a lot more than it is football.
Yes, exactly.
So it's really that and then Bert is, for example, is a structure for is in charge of that structure for George's. Yeah. I know Darren Virtue is very big in the structure for JC when it comes to that transitioning. You know what I mean? Like finding schools, talking to schools, getting the programs, setting up matches, things like that, keeping the connection. Like I know Bertis will connect all George's players who like went to this school in 2008 with a 2015 player, that kind of vibe. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it comes down to management again. It comes down to that same structure. And
also, what I can tell you from JC is a lot of effort goes into the recruitment.
Into what?
The recruitment of the football.
Oh, well, we know that.
Yeah.
We know that.
Yeah. It's any sports program.
Yeah, man.
It sounds away for high school, but it's something that when I went to JC way back then, we were dominant in track and field. And the main reason why we were dominant in track and field was the recruiting.
Yeah.
You understand? It's the same thing. Any successful football program you see in the country. Because if you play football as a young baller, you want to play for a winning team.
Yeah.
Trust me. So if you go as high school, as a decent school and a JC or a George's come free and you go home and tell money, believe me, next year you go JC or George's, bro.
So I think that now comes down to another thing that I think JFF needs to improve on is their recruitment and their player tracking. So like, for example, I don't think it's crazy that like a JFF website right now, everybody who gets a cap should have something of a page. Or each squad, like for example, I should be able to go back, and I'm not saying that every country does this, but I should be able to.
This is not difficult though, Simon.
It is not. Just to say.
That is the thing about it.
Yeah, just to say, listen, these are Jamaican players eligible. Like, this is the under 20 squad, and then if we even have a list of players or a list of match cards from an under 20, like for champs, isn't there like, don't the finals cards get put up somewhere like on a website that's retrievable for these statistics? I'm not sure, but I think Track Alerts might be a website of that. But if we can find ways to recruit and just be able to keep track of players.
Okay. Let me segue from that to this then, while we're talking about recruitment. What is the procedure when players...
I think, well, how will we...
Hold on, let me finish. Finish with. Because we have Johnson Clark Harris. In the last month, we've heard from Johnson Clark Harris, Nathan Redmond, and James Justin, all asking how would they go about getting involved. Is there any kind of setup, like how should they be going about making sure this is a smooth process to even make sure a man even qualify? A man could be asking and him don't even qualify, you know what I mean? What's going on?
Yeah.
And why does it take so long? Because Nathan Redmond is about 6 months now, he might ask. So
from what I understand is that some of these players that we don't know, because you see some of the connections that these players have to Jamaica, you'd really have to deep dive every player to find out who for grandmother was Jamaican who for father was Jamaican, whose uncle or whatever relative that is
No, but for Reds, I think for Reds it's pretty clear him qualified.
right.
I think directly his mother must be Jamaican or something like that. So it's not like you have to go search for a man like that.
And I think the process really would be for the JFF to apply for the citizenship or for the passport or the eligibility of the players.
Or even if you not apply themselves, at least have a couple people on hand that work.
That deal with that process.
But that you understand that deal with Pika.
But do we
kind
even
of
have the salaries? Do we have the salaries to pay people from who are these jobs?
Let me tell you something. If you're going to talk the way they spend money and them fly all over the world and that, the man them team will carry a 30-man squad, them probably carry a 15-man entourage. So you can't tell me so them can't pay.
Yeah, man, I hear some them roll deep when them go.
Two people for sort out thing there.
A birdie told me one time when we qualified for 98 World Cup, that is over 50 unattached people get tickets.
Yeah, but at that time. But at that time, it was sponsored by airline. So let's.
No, hold on, no. Wait, we're not just talking plane tickets, sir.
Okay.
We're talking watch tickets, sir. We're talking hotels, sir.
Okay.
We're talking, and these are 50 unattached coaches. You understand?
Oh, they were coaches.
Yeah, just people are just coaches. No, hold on, they're coaches. Come on, man.
Why you make JFF so winner? Allegedly, here people.
Allegedly. I said a bird told me. A bird sat on my shoulder and told me.
Could have been a drunk bird, I don't know.
Jamaica is a very links country.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is that I will respect links if things are managed properly.
Yeah.
So if you manage something so well that you have expendable cash and you can give that to somebody out of your preference, that's one thing different than if you're sacrificing funds to do things. And one of the things that I think we are blindly sacrificing are job roles that the dinosaurs don't realize are integral.
Exactly. Like how can you they went to where did they play last time? Austria?
Saudi Arabia?
No, man. They
Was
played
it
the USA in Austria.
Oh, no, Austria. Yeah.
They played the USA in Austria.
Mm-hmm.
They never find a physical trainer must till them reach Austria. They must pick up a guy,
don't get hurt, bro.
Pick up a fat guy in Austria and say, yo, you're the physical trainer. I swear to God.
Yo, that is so Jamaica is so ghetto. Jamaica is so ghetto, bro. yo, you ever go somewhere and just bro, you have a linky, yes, sir. Yo, Jamaica alone do that crap, bro.
Yeah.
Man. But Redman, I really hope Redman gets put into the squad at some point. Especially for the Gold Cup. I think he's quality. Antonio needs to be added, he's quality. Justin is on a really long injury. I'm waiting to see if that manifests based on the fact that he was playing so good that he was getting a look at for England.
Yeah.
He was on a really good run.
Yeah.
What's his name? Johnson Clark?
Yeah.
He is in what? Like third level?
Yeah. But he's going to Rangers next year.
That's a good look.
Let me say something to you before you say that. You know why Michael Antonio took so long? For thing there? I'm not carrying feelings in the brother.
Oh, you realize he can't make England side.
No. Antonio them reach out when he was young, you know. When he was like, must say a championship player, you know. A JFF scout went to watch him, you know. He had a horrible game. Because this is something himself to him own him out in an interview. He had a horrible game. And them never, like, them just never even give him an answer. Never call him back, never, you know what I mean? So, it left him with a bitter feelings towards Jamaica. And it kind of make him say, all right, then him say, yo, I'm going to probably make England. Realize it not happen. So, I'm going to rally back now. But that is why it took so long.
You know, I'm not always The idea of coming to Jamaica when you can't make it. And not so long.
Yeah.
So there's a difference.
Here's the difference now. Why I said that. Let me finish my point. You can't look at Johnson Clark Harris and say, yo, I'm in a League One, Ray. Let's not give him the chance. Rah.
Well, I never said that.
When I carry man from USL is nowhere near in League One. You understand? So at least give him a chance. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean?
I think he deserves a chance.
Yeah.
And he's not just in League One. He's top scorer in League One.
Demolish it.
Scorer
in England.
Yeah. Meaning he's the highest league scorer in England.
Yeah.
Which props. My thing is this though, where him being from League One, where it bothers me is not that he doesn't deserve a chance, but because it's League One, I'm worrying who we cut in when it comes to the striker role. You understand what I'm saying? So, for example, let's say Flemings will decide to play as a striker. I don't want to give up Flemings for Johnson Clark, but give him a try and make we see.
I would, if he was a better player. And I'm
make we see because he might be the better player in League One, but then he don't gel with the Jamaican team.
Yeah, well, that is why I would say give him a chance.
I'm not disagreeing. I just report.
But if he's the better player, play the man. Like if he comes, I've seen guys who come here with big names and don't fit in. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Yeah. So.
Facts. But yeah, as I said, I need to see it because then I still go in question. Because even though League One is bigger than USL, there's still the idea that the players in the USL aren't necessarily brought in because they're great in the USL, but they're brought in because they gel with the team. You understand? They have grown in the system with the players and the team. So Flemings would have been brought in whether or not he was starring it up for Phoenix Rising because he knows the players and he knows the system.
Yeah.
So the USL thing is more of a link with Jamaica and them already showing that they play good in the system rather than them being good in the USL. But 31 goals deserves a shot.
Yeah, man deserve a shot, man. And I remember there was a guy that we had named Nyron Nasworthy. And I feel when he get injured, that is why we never met the last World Cup.
I definitely agree with you.
And he was
defending well.
He was probably the best defender we've had in years. You understand? And if him never, we were cruising when the man in the defense.
That injury thing never came back.
Yeah, he never came back from.
Never came back.
Because we're at Watford, right?
Yeah.
And in our championship.
Yeah,
man. There was quite a few youth that come from Watford, him and Doyle and all of them, but he was a standout to me. And the minute him go down, bro, I saw that show me say, yo, you can have some man who come from, because they would have my boy where they come from was Everton, the striker. He was horrible. When the name again? It was Germany something another. I don't remember. That was how bad he was. Is that we can't even remember the man name, bro.
I know for sure Nasworthy, I remember from Sunderland.
Yeah.
And then he was at Watford when he was playing for us, but he was just marshalling.
Our defense, the man just fit in perfectly. You understand? I'm hoping something like that can happen with one of them new youths when them are bringing, where them can have that kind of control over.
Well, I really think Ethan is like that. I kind of have my hopes on him. Maybe he's just dreaming, but that is why I kind of like Mr. Pina.
Okay.
He is that in.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to these games, though.
Definitely.
I'm really looking forward to these games, and I think it is. I'm really happy that they got that extra game. You know what I mean? That will give some of the fringe, because it's going to be a hard game, because those Japanese kids are going there for try to win the Olympics.
And they've been big.
You understand? So every single game is going to be a solid game. But I think that under 23 game is really handy because it will give you a chance to get some of the younger and the fringe players, probably even to start a match. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, I definitely looking at it.
All right. Well, guys, It's been a good chat. We'll wrap it up. Any final words before we leave?
Was it you're talking about Will Mason? Was it him? Holgate or something like that? Mason Holgate.
Oh, about what?
Oh, the Everton? I don't think so.
No, from Everton? No, man.
Yeah,
Mason Holgate never played for us. I was talking, he's at, last time I saw him, I think he was at Preston. I don't remember what his name. When they come here and he wasn't that impressive. I don't know. Well, next time I'll remind you of his name.
Yeah,
All right.
The only thing I want to before we sign out is just anybody following the show, just check out Action Jamaica Instagram at Action Jamaica. We try to put as much content, football and other sports as well. So big up locally, who did a profile of Action Jamaica. Action Jamaica is a company that does player profiles and academic profiles for people who want to go further professionally or trying to get into colleges and things like that. So check us out on YouTube, Instagram. There is an IG, there is a Twitter. Not as active as I'd like it to be, but follow up as much as you
can.
Yeah,
man, definitely check out Action Jamaica. There's good content over there, people. Wait.
Yes, sir.
Any closing statements?
No, just like, comment, and subscribe. You know, big up Mr. Primo. Thanks for having us here. Simo, look forward to having you on more. Thank you very much, sir.
All right, thanks for joining us, guys.
Jermaine
Beckford. That's how hard it was to remember. Peace and love, people.
All right.